My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today what we're going to do is we are going to build on that interview that we did with DM. Now, if you did not watch what would essentially be the first part of this, that's okay. This is a standalone reading. You don't have to have any context to this because I didn't leave anything let's say undone the other pieces, and this can stand alone. So you don't have to watch the first part, but if you do want a holistic view of DM, how he grew up, parents, that kind of thing, you'll go back and watch that reading, and then maybe watch the other interviews that I have in the interview playlist from about, I think it was about 4 years ago we started. But this can stand alone, so don't worry about it. But I will put the first part of this reading in the description box just in case you want to look at that first and then come into this. Now, I think the last where we left off in the extended reading is, what did the friends think about the karmic then? I think that is where we left off. We asked what were the friends thinking about the karmic then, what was the family thinking about the karmic then. So we are going to continue, and we're going to look at what did the family think about DF then. What did the family think about, what did the friends think about DF then? What do they think about DF now? That's the family, then the friends. We're going to ask DM when DM looks back on his decision to choose the karmic, exactly how does DM feel? And then we're going to ask about DM's feelings for DF presently. In the extended, we're going to look at how do the friends think about the karmic now? How does the family think about the karmic now? DM's opinion of the karmic at this time. What's happening in that relationship, that connection, what's going to be DM's next move regarding that connection, what's going to be DM's move regarding DF by the end of the month, and if DM has any messages for DF at this time. So that's what we're going to look at in the extended. So either way, you're going to get some insight. But my goal with these interviews is to get a holistic view of the situation, recognizing that everybody has a story, everybody has an agenda, right? And everybody has context. People aren't just the way they are just because of that. There's a story, there's a context, And sometimes when we see the big picture, then we can move into compassion, and sometimes passion moves us into forgiveness and growth. So that holistically, that's what we want to achieve. And not only that, all these people are mirroring a part of yourself. So when you're able to see bits of yourself in all these people, that's when you know that you've grown, because you have that objectivity, and you are teachable, right? You're teachable. You're interested in your healing, your growth, and you're not just responding to the triggers. You're really looking at everything in a holistic way. All right, let's get some energies for your person. All right, they're in the energy of a unicorn, recognizing how unique they are, how special they are. This also looks like the card from the Past Life Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. It has a unicorn, and I think the card's name is Wisdom. So I feel like they're tapping into, I feel it's collective wisdom, because we have the full moon here. So we are in the energies of the full moon still, right? And I think this full moon is allowing them to tap into collective wisdom. There's a universe here, right? So they're tapping into some collective wisdom at this time, and then we come back here with this key, this unlocking new growth here that we got in the last reading as well. Okay, so they're tapping in to collective wisdom that's unlocking new growth, and I think so are you. All right, so let's get a significator for DM's energy generally today. We got 3. So they're feeling all kinds of feels. Let's see what it is. We have the Ankh, and this is the energy of rebirth, right? Because the Ankh is what Isis used to bring Osiris back to life, right? So it feels like you, viewer, DM counterpart, you have triggered the FDM. So maybe there are a lot of DMs watching this as well. Said their name first. So it feels like, counterpart, that you have triggered an awakening within your person, a transformation within your person, and it feels like they're coming back new, fresh. They're not the same. They're not the same person, and it feels like this growth has impacted their heart space the most. We see the red rose right there, and that big red rose, it feels like the heart chakra. So it's a heart awakening, a heart expansion, and it's like awakening them to like the passion of true love, because red roses are about romantic love. What else is happening here? We have the triple goddess, and this is all about wisdom, right? It is about wisdom, but it is not about the 3D wisdom. It's 5D wisdom. Again, collective intelligence and intuition. So this is what they are radiating in right now. So they might even be tapping into a lot of feminine energy, which is about the intuition, being receptive, spirituality. And I feel like it's the lunar cycles that are triggering. It feels like whoever you are watching this reading for, they're very much affected by the moon, right? They identify with and they affect, and they're affected deeply by the moon. And then we have the eye of Horus, the all-seeing eye. So I feel like they're having, see these lunar cycles, especially the full moon. I feel like they're triggering not just a heart awakening, but a spiritual awakening, a psychic, not just spiritual awakening, it's a psychic awakening, like a psychic activation. That's what I'm seeing here. It feels like during the full moon is when they get their biggest downloads. Let's see their energy towards you. Underneath the deck, we have abundance. They see you as having it all. Okay. The Midas touch. This is what it is. This is the Midas touch. Okay. And that you are in this energy of expansion. They think you're perfect. And because they think that you are perfect, it feels like you shine a light on all their perceived imperfections. Their energy towards you. What do we have here? We have release. Okay. So they could be releasing you at this time, like adopting an energy of non-attachment. That could definitely be a message. But it feels like they're releasing the past. Did we not get this? I think we got this either in the last public reading or in the extended reading. We may have gotten this, right? And it feels like they're releasing all their baggage. There's some things that they consider to be what me and my best friend call grave secrets. Secrets that we'll take to the grave. Nobody else would ever know, right? And some of those secrets we don't even tell each other, right? So it feels like there's certain things that your person has long buried, that they may have even committed to themselves, that they would not rehatch. And it feels like all of this is coming back up. And it may be coming back up because you may have released them, or they may have decided to release you. Whatever it is, it's triggering something that they had long buried. And it could be an abandonment issue. Because look, this person feels abandoned and alone. You know that in the movies they're walking home in the rain. This is what it feels like. So it could be that they may feel that you have released them, and this is unleashing a shitstorm of memories that they may have long buried. Okay, so let's get into today's questions. So the first question is, what did we're asking DM, what did your family think about DF then? All right, so we're asking DM, what did your family think about DF then? And we have the goddess of earth, which is the queen of pentacles. And this is the wifey card, the counterpart card, the spouse card, because it's someone who is stable and they know how to work with another person to build something. Okay, and that's the energy underneath the deck. So it feels like they've always seen your potential, your stability, especially your 3D stability. Let's see. All right, so DM, what did your family think about DF when you guys first met? We have initiation in reverse. We have the Fool in reverse. I said, not this one. Don't take a chance on that one. The Empress in reverse. Now, the Empress in reverse is distorted feminine, codependent, clingy. They don't love themselves. Almost a stalker energy. We have the Tower in reverse. And we have Five of Swords, which is all about mind games. I don't know if they knew you personally or if they knew you through the feedback that they were getting from DM. But it looks like they thought that you were a little, I want to use the word like airy-fairy and ungrounded and maybe even childish. They didn't see you as someone who was mature. Okay? It also feels like they may have seen you as kind of clingy, maybe even stalkerish. But remember, if they didn't know you personally, they would have been judging you from whatever DM was telling you. They thought that you may have been playing mind games with DM. It looks like that's the advice that they were giving DM, that you were playing mind games. And this is not somebody that DM should open up their heart to or let down their guard in front of. They may have seen you as manipulative. Okay? That's what it looks like. So if they didn't know you personally, they were judging you from what your DM was telling them. And Lord knows what they were telling them for them to get this impression of you. So DM, why, okay, yeah, let's ask that question. It's not on the list, but we're going to ask. What made them paint this sort of picture about DF? So that's what they thought, but on what grounds and basis? We have Ace of Cups. Let me see. I'll leave it in sideways and let me see. We have Ace of Cups. What made them paint the picture? We have Page of Wands in reverse. We have Four of Cups in reverse. and that's about insecurities. And we have Queen of Swords in reverse. So they felt like they didn't, they couldn't put a finger on you. Like they couldn't make up their mind about you. Okay? You were giving them mixed signals. So one minute they thought, okay, well, maybe you're very insecure. And the next minute they thought that you were very mature and like a go-getter. And then the next minute they thought that you were very bitter, because the Queen of Swords in reverse is very bitter, might even be verbally abusive. So it feels like they just couldn't make up their mind about who you were. And maybe DM couldn't make up his mind about who you were. And they may have been receiving, it looks like, mixed stories about you from DM. I feel like as well, there may have been periods where you may have cut DM off, or you guys were in no communication, and it looks like DM was reporting back to his family members about this, and they thought that you were being manipulative, but they were not getting the full story. They were only getting DM side of the story. And from what DM told them, this is why they built that particular image of you. So when DM was repeating these stories, of course, they project themselves in the best light, and make themselves out to be the victim, may have demonized you. So the family, it looks like, built their image of you over these narratives that your DM would tell them. What did your friends think about DF? What did your friends think about DF then? We have Seven of Cups in reverse. They did not even see you as an option. Seven of Cups in reverse. Star card in reverse. And that's the energy of being hopeless. That's the energy of being hurt, wounded. We have Five of Wands in reverse. That is about drama. That's my drama card. Competitiveness. And we have Six of Swords in reverse. Again, hurt, wounded, bitter, having a lot of baggage. So in terms of DM's friends, they did not even see you as an option. They saw you as someone who was very wounded, had a lot of baggage, okay, and that you were bringing this baggage into the relationship. And the evidence for them was that you guys had a lot of, as far as they perceived, a lot of fights and a lot of conflicts, and they didn't feel that you were a good option. They saw you as very competitive, maybe even combative, and maybe that you like conflict. That's how they perceived you. Okay, that you like conflict, and that you had a lot of healing to do. That's how they saw you. So for them, you were not even an option. So if they don't know you personally, I'm letting you know they've built this image of you from what DM was telling them. So it feels like at that time, your DM was not your friend. Now, what do these family members think of you now? We have, what is this? The Eight of Wands. Well, well, well. We have, oh, there are two Tower cards in this deck. Interesting. We have the Tower in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords. And we have the Hierophant. I think it would depend on which friends you're talking to. Because there are two groups of friends right now. There are a group of friends that's encouraging them to move towards you and to make some sort of commitment to you. We have the Hierophant here, right? It's to move towards you and make some kind of commitment to you. And the next set is like, no way. Don't even give yourself that kind of heartache and trouble. That is trouble with a capital T, right? So we have two sets of friends. So it depends on who you ask, right? So there's one group for you that's cheering you on, and there's another group they're like, don't do it, buddy. You only do it if you like trouble always. So we have two camps here. All right. What do family members think about you now? What do family members think about you now? We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands, she can fly off the handle. She can be impulsive. She can use sex to control her partners, control a situation. She can also misuse her spiritual gifts, so like do spell work to bind people, that kind of thing. We have Ace of Swords. In reverse, that is the Liar. We have Seven of Wands in reverse. That's the energy of no boundaries. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, these family members don't like you. They are not for you. In fact, I'm hearing that song. They put a spell on you. I put a spell on you. Right. So they feel like somehow, some way, you have managed to manipulate your DM energetically, and that you are not who you say you are. Okay, you are not who you say you are. You are you're living a lie, right? Your whole life is a lie, and they're telling them not to fight for you and not to put any energy into this, because all you're going to do is leave them. That's what they're telling them. This is not somebody that you can count on. They're telling them that you don't know this person. You don't know what they're capable of. You're not thinking straight, right? This person has gotten their energetic hooks into you. Then you're not even thinking straight. Why are you even fighting for this? And they're telling DM that this person, that you, DF, you are going to be their financial ruin. That's what they're saying. So the family, they're against you. Friends, they are divided. What are your feelings, DM, for DF at this time? What are your feelings? We have painful. So your person is in pain. Okay, this whole situation is really hurting them. Let's see. So DM, when you think about your feelings for DF, what is in the innermost recesses of your heart? We have purposeless, right? So they are feeling lost. They are feeling empty. And I don't think this is just about DF alone. This is about not knowing what your place and your purpose is in the world. So it feels like this whole situation has thrown DM into some kind of existential angst. We have empathetic, so feeling a close sympathical with DF, but also empathizing with your story and where you've come from, and who you are. This could also talk about being an empath and enjoying a telepathic bond with you. I'll pull some cards on these though. We have anxious, so we're going to see why they're full of anxiety with regard to you and the situation. We have inventive, they're trying to come up with some sort of solution. And then we have crutch, which is the energy of being addicted to you and codependent on your energy. So let's pull some cards on this and let's see what we get. Now, their feelings for you, they feel, when they think about you and this connection, they feel purposeless, like they have no real defined role in your life. And this might be somebody who needs to be needed, right? So you don't need them. So they feel kind of lost, like they see you as having everything. So why would you even want them in your life? Let's see. We have justice in reverse. So they feel like they have done you some sort of injustice here. Okay, and they don't know how to make things right. We have the page of pentacles in reverse. So for some of them, they don't even know how to reach out, or if they should reach out, because they don't know how to make things right. They don't know how to move this connection forward. Let's see empathetic. We have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is a psychic, right? So I feel like right now they may be feeling, and then we have the Star in the Crown, right? They may be feeling you really heavy in the 5D. They may be enjoying a lot of synchronicities about you and this connection. They may be feeling your energy. In fact, your energy might be a little bit intrusive in their life right now, because they feel like they just can't get away from you. I feel like with this release card, they may want to detach from you and your energy. They feel like it might be easier, but they've not been successful with doing that. Why are they anxious? We have 10 of Cups in reverse, because they feel like at any moment you are going to find somebody else and they will permanently lose an opportunity to have it all. This is a 10 of Cups in reverse, and that talks about losing like your dream. Okay, so they feel like you would finally fall out of their grasp and they will never get this opportunity again. They're trying to find a solution here. Okay, we have the Four of Wands. So they see you as their counterpart. They may want to be permanently attached to you in the 3D, maybe through some kind of living situation, a marriage or something like that. Okay, so they're trying to find a way to get towards you, and for you guys to be together because they see that you guys can be happy. We have the sun here. I feel this is someone who is addicted to your energy. We have here the Nine of Cups. Sorry, the Nine of Pentacles. In reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles is about codependency, right? It is about that energy of addiction. It's the energy of obsession, right? And they're obsessed with you. I feel as well, they might be very disappointed with themselves and the choices that they made in the past, because the Five of Cups is also the energy of regret, and it is also the energy of grief, right? So this person feels like you may have released them, or that they may have lost you, or they are losing you. So they're trying to find a way. They're trying to find a way, trying to find a solution. Now, DM, when you think back on your decision to choose the karmic and not the DF, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? When you look back on that decision, how do you feel? We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Moon. And we have the Six of Cups in reverse, which talks about a karmic soulmate, right? So what DM is saying is that they felt like they just couldn't invest in this twin flame connection. And they couldn't invest in this connection because it looks like there was something happening at that time that you, with this karmic, that you do not know about. What was happening? What was this deciding factor? So it feels like something happened out of the blue that really swung the scale in the karmic's favor. What happened? So they knew that you were their counterpart. They knew that you were their love, but it felt like they couldn't work on this with you. And it feels like something happened unexpectedly. It might be something spiritual. We have the moon. It's something that's hidden from you. So what was this thing that happened that swung the decision in the karmic's favor? What is this? We have Ten of Wands in reverse, and that talks about some kind of responsibility. Okay, so for some of you, it could be that at that time, the karmic may have gotten pregnant, or they may have had some kind of new financial responsibility. Okay, it could be at that time, some old baggage from the past was triggered. You may have triggered unintentionally, unconsciously, some old baggage from the past, and then that made them kind of run towards the karmic. Let's pull two more cards. We have a Page of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like some kind of financial loss may have happened here. Okay. And like this karmic offered a way out, a solution, which makes sense because when we talked about how the family and friends felt about the karmic, then they all said that they saw the karmic as an opportunity to be upwardly mobile socially. So it feels like the karmic was some kind of solution to a financial issue that was happening at the time. Let's get another card. We have here The chariot, as I told you, it was about social mobility or financial mobility. Okay? And that swung the scale in the karmic's favor. They felt like they could get ahead. So I don't know if the karmic had some clout regarding work or karmic had some kind of clout regarding finances, but there was something that the karmic could do for them socially, financially, that they felt like you could not provide. I'll pull another card on you. What we have here, the awakening in reverse. It feels as well like if they misjudged you or misjudged the situation, or they just weren't seeing things clearly. They may have misjudged the situation and misjudged the karmic, but they weren't really thinking about heart, love, tender emotions. No, it was about a responsibility, a duty, and it feels heavily like finances. What we are going to do now, we're gonna ask DM if he has any message for DF at this time. So we're gonna continue next extended. We're gonna look at how they're thinking about the karmic now. What's happening in that situation? And then next actions towards you. But we want to know if DM has any message for you at this time. We have the priestess. Okay. And the priestess is the psychic. The priestess can also be the side chick. The priestess can also be mysterious. She's often depicted as sexy, enigmatic. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. That feels like an apology though. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They want you to understand why they didn't invest in your connection. And we have the Page of Swords in reverse. They want you to know why they didn't invest in your connection. So they want you to know that they see you, right? They see everything about you. They see that you're spiritually grounded. They see your sex appeal. They see your wisdom, especially your psychic wisdom. They see that. They see all of you. And they see you as, both the maiden, the wife, the crone. They see that triple goddess energy in you. And they are sorry that they hurt you by not investing in this connection with you. But they want you to know that this had nothing to do with you, but everything about them and how they were raised. Page of Swords in reverse is a child who was verbally abused, who may have been cut down, emasculated, a child that wasn't allowed to express themselves. They just knew how to obey. A child who wasn't allowed to, value their own opinion. So other people's opinions always held sway over them. So they want you to know this had nothing to do with you. This is just how they were raised, how they were programmed. And it feels like they allowed the influence of everybody else to outweigh their own perceptions and their own intuition. So they want you to know it wasn't about you, it was about them, their own woundedness. Okay, so let me just close off with a last bit of advice for you, and then we are going to go in the extended. Surrender the idea that you can fix someone, right? You can't fix this person. You can only fix yourself, okay? It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try and fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or own healing. So Spirit saying just surrender this, right? Surrender this person to Spirit. You can't fix them. And you never could. You can only fix yourself. We have surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say, thank you for sharing, and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. All right, so if you're trying to manifest something in your life at this time, whether it be a better job, a home, a better relationship, whatever it is, you can't go thinking negative things about it, okay? And thinking about like that will never happen to me, or I'm doomed to not experience love in this lifetime, and all those kinds of things. Spirit saying, just push that out of your mind and just focus yourself on more positive outcomes. And they're saying positive affirmations can play a pivotal role in focusing your energies on manifesting what you want, rather than sinking into awfulizing and overthinking things. Okay? My love, so that was your reading. If you're able, could you subscribe to this channel? Or maybe click on the ads that may play during this reading. Or make a comment down below. It can be a full stop. It can be an emoji. You don't have to put a big paragraph. It all helps this video to circulate. It helps with the algorithm, and it helps our community expand and grow. All right. So I'll see you in the extended if you can. Otherwise, take care.